We're in the home stretch, guys. It's day 22 of our very awesome, very useful 30-day English vocabulary challenge. Yes, this month we're learning 105 words from the academic word list. Words that will help you have sophisticated English conversations. Words you need to know if you're preparing for an exam like IELTS or TOEFL. I've been watching the posts you've been making about this challenge. It's incredible, inspiring. Make up a sentence to a word you learn and post it on social. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to download the study guide that goes with this 30-day challenge. You can do that by clicking here or the link in the video description. Learn the words, ace the quizzes. You've got this. Our first word today is a word with two different pronunciations depending on the part of speech. As a verb, we have survey, a word with second syllable stress. As a noun, you'll hear it with first syllable stress. Survey. 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 Noun, survey. An activity where many people answer questions about what they do or think, a poll. We did an online survey to see which services our customers prefer. As a verb, survey, it means to ask, many people probably, a question or a series of questions in order to gather information about what most people do or think about something. Let's survey the group to see what kind of pizza they want. It also means to look at and examine all parts of something. He surveyed the room to see if anything was out of place. Let's look again up close and in slow motion at both pronunciations. Survey. 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 And now we'll go to Youglish for 5 examples.
That same survey showed that 90% of your friends want to know if they've done something to upset you.
Survey as a noun, a questionnaire filled out to get people's opinions.
That same survey showed that 90% of your friends want to know if they've done something to upset you.
Here's another example.
For example, we did a major survey for the Department of Health in the city.
A major survey. This means they asked a lot of people. They gathered a lot of information.
For example, we did a major survey for the Department of Health in the city.
Here's another example.
So we did a survey.
We did a survey. Rather than just guessing at what people want, we asked them. With the survey, we got their opinions and preferences. Sometimes I do a survey on social media. For example, I posted on Instagram saying that I'm working on a video on election vocabulary. This was last year in 2020. And I wanted to know what terms people find confusing. And I got a lot of responses in the comments. I used a lot of those ideas when writing the video. That made it a much better video than if I just guessed at what words and phrases my students wanted to know.
So we did a survey.
Another example.
When we survey, for example, students and teachers, we find that something like 90% of them, or over 90% of people, believe that they have a learning style.
When we survey, when we ask students and teachers about learning styles, a verb.
When we survey, for example, students and teachers, we find that something like 90% of them, or over 90% of people, believe that they have a learning style.
Our last example.
I took my general survey class maybe in my junior year.
General survey class. This is a class that provides a general view, an overview of an academic subject, looking at all different parts of something, not focused in on a detail. In college, I took a class called Survey of Music Literature. It was an overview over many time periods, not, for example, focusing on the times and life of Beethoven.
I took my general survey class maybe in my junior year.
Our next word, participation. Now, in the dictionary, you'll see the first syllable has the ah vowel. Par, par, par. But it's common to say it with a schwa too. Per. Participation. Participate. In either pronunciation, per or par. Make sure the first syllable is said quickly, that it's unstressed. Participation. As a noun, it means involvement with others in doing something together. The show had a lot of audience participation. This means the audience joined in. It answered questions and so on. Maybe a few people got on stage. It did not just sit and watch. Let's look again up close and in slow motion. Participation. 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 And now we'll go to Youglish for 5 examples.
So this is the audience participation part. I want to invite people, there are microphones.
The audience can ask questions now, can participate and be involved rather than just listening.
So this is the audience participation part. I want to invite people, there are microphones.
Here's another example.
She had a real barrier against any kind of participation.
Against any kind of participation. She did not want to be involved in this.
She had a real barrier against any kind of participation.
Here's another example.
And it basically said that participation in the arts is down dramatically over the last 20 years.
Participation in the arts. People being involved in the arts, going to the ballet, to the orchestra, visiting museums. People are doing that much less than they did 20 years ago.
And it basically said that participation in the arts is down dramatically over the last 20 years.
Another example.
Well, New York decided to come to terms with its participation in the cotton industry and the slavery that also existed in New York.
Its participation in, its involvement in the cotton industry and slavery. To come to terms with something means to accept it. You had kind of denied it, and now you're facing it, accepting it, coming to terms with it, dealing with it.
Well, New York decided to come to terms with its participation in the cotton industry and the slavery that also existed in New York.
Our last example.
And this is really important in the MBA classroom because participation counts for half the grade.
Participation in class counts for half the grade. So it's not just tests and essays. It's how you interact with others in the classroom, how you add to the conversation.
And this is really important in the MBA classroom because participation counts for half the grade.
Our last word today is select. Select. It's a verb. It means to choose someone or something from a group. Please select one item from the list. As an adjective, it means chosen from a group to include the best people or things. Only a select few will be accepted into the program. Let's look again up close and in slow motion. Select. 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 And now we'll go to Youglish for 5 examples.
I select teenage girls here in Sacramento.
She's talking about a leadership program to take young people and put them through a training process in leadership skills, project management, and so on, to develop them and give them useful skills. She focuses on teenage girls. She chooses them out of all of the people who might be interested for her specific program.
I select teenage girls here in Sacramento.
Here's another example.
They can select vendors that have really high standards.
They can select vendors. They can buy what they need from vendors with high standards. They can choose the best vendors. Vendors is usually used in business to talk about companies you buy things from for your business. For example, let's say I own a gym and I want to provide some food and drink. I'm not going to make that myself. I'm going to buy it. I can call various vendors of granola bars, protein shakes, pressed juice, and this kind of thing. I can compare the prices and quality of product from these different vendors. If 5 different vendors make celery juice, I'm going to choose the one that's the best fit for my gym based on nutrition, packaging, taste, and so on.
They can select vendors that have really high standards.
Here's another example.
So our art is to help select and evaluate talent.
Choose the right people. Select and evaluate who has the right skills and talent for a particular task or job.
So our art is to help select and evaluate talent.
Another example.
You select the kind of thing you want notifications about.
You select, you choose the notifications you want. All apps on your phone want to send you notifications. I personally don't need that. I select just the important apps to send me notifications.
You select the kind of thing you want notifications about.
Our last example.
I would like to use the remaining time just to take you through some of the select chapters.
Select chapters. Not all of them, not the whole book, but some chapters that have been chosen for this particular presentation.
I would like to use the remaining time just to take you through some of the select chapters.
Seeing all the real-life examples can really help you understand how to use these words, can't it? I have a challenge for you now. Make up a sentence with one of these words, make a short video of your sentence, and post it to social media. Tag me and use the hashtag Rachel's English 30-Day Challenge. Don't be shy, you can do this. I've loved seeing what you've posted so far. Our next video comes out tomorrow at 10 a.m. Philadelphia time. Come on back to learn 3 more vocabulary words. In the meantime, keep your studies going with this video and check out my online courses at Rachel's English Academy. You'll become a more confident English speaker. And please do remember to subscribe. I love being your English teacher. That's it, and thanks so much for using Rachel's English.